C-O-N-N-O-R.
Yes, sir.
Cody. C-O-D-Y.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wild Bill Cody.
Actually, yeah, I was born in Texas, so it does have kind of a, they did like the name, not because of that, but.
Let me try a little bit here too. So, your parents thought of him, of Cody maybe?
Well,
Western fame for you? You're from Texas.
yes, sir. I was born in Texas. I lived there till I was 9, then moved to China afterwards.
China?
Yes, sir. So it was
Now,
fun.
what state is China in?
Yeah.
Is that like Paris,
It's just across the
Paris,
world.
Arkansas? Is it China?
No,
Where in China?
I lived in 2 different spots. I lived in northeast China in Jilin, and super cold. And then after like around 8 years, I moved down to southern China in Wenzhou. I lived there for about 2 years.
Is that where they have the spicy food in the south?
Where I lived in the south, it was more of a,
Land?
it was more bland in a way, but it was also seafood, more seafood. And more, you go more mid-south, it's more spicy, Sichuan and stuff.
Okay. And did you stand out in a crowd?
I did, especially in southern China. They tend to be a little smaller in southern China, so. In northeastern China, they have.
You got a lot of respect?
Well, being an American, tall white American, they do.
Everybody wants to practice English with you.
They do. Everybody.
Almost everybody's learning English in school.
Especially the young kids, the high schoolers, middle schoolers, kindergarten, they're all learning English. It's a second language that they're supposed to know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they love practicing. Whenever they see me, they want to talk English.
Well, very good. And you were born in Texas. Somehow you ended up in China. Got on the wrong boat or something?
No, we just took the wrong flight. No, my dad is a missionary over there, actually. And we do English work also. There are a couple schools that we work in 2 different cities down there. And just, we run the English schools for business purposes and then mission work on the side.
Okay. Your dad only?
No, there's like a whole team of around 40 people,
Okay.
actually.
Your mom's in Texas?
No, my mom is with him. She loves it. They love
Oh,
China.
okay. Well, just trying not to be awkward in
No,
this situation
sir,
there.
no, sir. They are happily married.
Oh,
I'll be able to see them next month, actually. They're coming in.
So but she's not a missionary, but he is?
They both are.
Oh,
They
okay.
both do it. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's make sure your mom gets full credit.
Okay, yes. Of course. She deserves it. She's amazing.
And brothers and sisters?
I have 3 older brothers. I'm the baby. I'm the baby, yes. Yes, I'm the little guy. And, 2 of them are actually living here. 2 of the older brothers are living here. We all 3
When you
work
say
at
here, you mean
in
Hot
Hot
Springs?
Springs. Yes, sir. And we all work at IHOP together. The second
You
oldest.
work at a what together?
IHOP, the restaurant.
At IHOP?
Yes, sir. He's the GM and this.
Now, why are you working at a Chinese restaurant?
I've been actually offered going and working at IHOP. So many people have come in that were Chinese, that work at a Chinese restaurant, that like hibachi or someone like that, and they're always offering me work when they find out I can speak Chinese. But I don't know why.
So, Mandarin?
Yes, sir. It is Mandarin. Very few. There are different dialects over
You
there.
lived in China from what ages?
From 9 till 18.
9 to 18. So you are pretty fluent then?
Yes, sir. Pretty fun.
That's very cool.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
And that's a good age to learn Chinese if you're going to learn it? Because it's a hard language to learn, I understand. One of the hardest.
The younger the better, by far. Once you get past 18 to 20, it gets more difficult to learn the language.
Right. Well, here you are at a champion, and you like playing basketball. How appropriate, because you're about 6'5", haven't measured in a while, that's more or less. And you have an interest also in business, you said, right? Did you say
Well, I
that?
do have an interest in business. I'm going to be doing a minor in business, yes, sir.
And a major in basketball?
And sports management,
Sports
specifically. Yes.
And do you envision, tell me what your future is as you imagine it.
Well, ideally, it would be playing in the NBA, but that's just the dream that I have. But besides that, more realistically speaking, been doing the sports management and the minor in business because I would like maybe to go back to China and start maybe a basketball camp and train kids, basketball, sports, and physical education, because the physical education program in China, in a lot of ways in the high schools, is not as strong. There's not much of an emphasis on that. So I would think maybe go back there and help with that, become physical education and train the kids in basketball specifically, just because that's what I do. And since basketball is a growing sport there and is the main sport over there, so.
Well, a lot of people are able to go to China, I understand, if they have some kind of credentials and teach English as a second language and get some amount of salary paid and stuff by universities.
Right. Right. There's
You
got to
know
be
any people doing that?
Oh, there are many. Besides being a college student going over there, the whole team that works with us, that's the only reason they can get there is because they're doing something. They're teaching English, they have credentials, and they're in a way helping China. If you're helping China, the government will try to let you in. If there's no reason for you being there besides tourism, they'll let you in as a tourist, but not to live there.
And not as a missionary either.
Right, especially not as a missionary. You can't go over there as a missionary. You have to have an actual reason, what they believe, an actual reason to be there.
Right.
But that's what they do. They use English as a way to get into the country.
Very good. And are you leaving the girls alone?
Actually, I am in a relationship right now, and so I am leaving all the other girls alone.
Oh.
Besides her. Yes, sir.
All of them except her.
All of them except her.
That's okay. Is it just a student at school?
Yes, sir.
Seems to be a popular extra option here to find a relationship.
Yeah, it's kind of convenient when you get to college to find a relationship.
You find some people that maybe have some shared important values with you, other than looking good.
Oh, like what do you mean by that question?
Well, I mean, I would think the student body here collectively would be interested in a Christian purposefulness for their lives, and else why would they be here?
That is true. That is true. Many of them are the same.
And sometimes people fall in love with a face and end up marrying the whole curl.
You got to see what's on the inside.
So-
I understand that.
So that's what I meant. You found a girl that you like very much here, and she's got a worldview that is harmonious, more or less, with yours.
Very much so.
More or less.
I like if they don't have the interest, or if I know that they would be interested at all in what I would love to do, and not to be selfish, I would want to be able to help them in whatever they are doing also. But if we're not on the same page in any way of what we would actually want to do, I think it would be very difficult to continue that relationship because our entire view is different. What we want to do is so different. So, I do like to see what they would like to do.
We have some Chinese friends they're from Shanghai that live in Hot Springs that would be fun to. It would be fun to have you at a party at the same time when they would get into maybe some heated dialogue and maybe they were just being private.
And I would understand every word.
And you could jump in maybe. You could just jump in at some point and make some remark to them.
It has caused for quite a few awkward situations for Chinese groups who thought nobody understood them in America. So it's been fun though.
That sounds fun.
Yes, sir.
Might try to borrow you for that.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. Just call me up. I'll go with you. Make for a good time.
Very good. All right. Well, I enjoyed visiting with you. Is there is your girlfriend's birthday today or anything like that?
No, her birthday's in May.
You need to do a shout out to anybody?
No, well, to Mom and Dad, I love y'all very much. If y'all ever see this, I know you're in China, but I do love y'all and I miss y'all. And hope to see you soon.
Well, if it ends up getting on the internet and as part of a video, you could surely
You could tag them maybe or something.
tag them, or you could copy the URL and
Oh yeah.
send it to them.
Well, if it makes it, I would happily do that too.
Okay. Well, thank you. It's been very good to
Yes, sir.
visit with you.
Of course, good to meet you.